Good afternoon. Today I am giving you some information regarding the colonial economy of Britain in India. In another word, you can say economic policy of Britishers in India during their rule or during their colony here in our country. As you all know that British East India Company framed in 1600 and up to 1600 and 1757 before the Battle of Plassey, it was merely a trading company. It is doing trade and it purchased goods from India, and in India there is no demand of the European commodities. So in place of purchasing goods from our country, they pay us gold, silver, or precious metals. Right? Then trade balance is in our favor, and hence the rulers of India have no objection, and they provide them places for establishing factories. But 1757 May, after winning Battle of Plassey, then 61 Battle of Buxar, the scenario changed and the East India Company pattern change of doing trade. Now they pressurized Salem, got Diwani of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. Now what happens? This is first phase of that colonial economy, which is popularly known as commercial phase, 1757 to 1830. In that phase, they got Diwani of Bengal, Bihar, Odisha. Now they are getting control over land revenue tax. It means they are having surplus money from our own country. Then that our money, collected money, is invested on purchasing the goods of India, right? And that way they also pressurize, because they are the political head also, they pressurize the producer to give on low cost, and hence the maximum profit they got, that is moved towards England. Means in return, before 57 we are getting in return gold and precious things, but after 1757 in return India is not getting anything, and that's why the gradually poverty is rising. In that policy, the change comes after 1830, 13 and 60. This is called laissez-faire phase, or in another word, it is based on Adam Smith's theory, which is supporting the free trade. But what Britishers do? They don't open the free trade for India too. It was one-way free trade. Only Britain is doing trade. It was free trade for Britain. No custom duty, no import tax was imposed on the commodities coming from Britain. But the product going from India have habit taxes leveled down. So that's why what happens? The Indian producer got are not able to compete with the commodities of the producing from the Britain. So what is going on? That is supporting the industrialization of Britain, right? It is naturally that India becomes only the producer of raw material and market for disposing commodities. Then after 1860, when the British people, investors are looking the condition of Britishers returning back from India, their richness, so they are also interested to invest in our country, right? Then another step, 1860 onwards, we faced, which is called financial capitalism. In that phase, what they do, they started destroying the Indian industries. You know, we are very famous for cotton, we are very famous for handicraft industries, but they destroyed all of them. And in another, if I will say that they destroyed our self-dependent economy, right? Now we are moving towards the dependent economy, right? Investors are interested here. They are investing in railways, postal services or banks, right? Why they are interested in India? India is the best place at that time, because they are given facilities that, one thing, lower labor cost, and second thing is the government's assurance of fixed return on their investment. And money, you can understand that यहाँ पर निवेश करना हर तरह से सुरक्षित है, and it is it will very clear that the maximum investment was done in the field of public debt, सार्वजनिक ऋण, जिसमें आपको फिक्स जो प्रॉफिट है वो मिलता ही रहेगा, that was done. the third phase of colonial economy. Finally, if I will say that objective of British economy policy, either it is first stage, either it is second stage, either it is third stage, I have written here exploitation. Anyhow, they want to do exploitation of Indian resources. Second thing is they want to earn maximum profit, and third thing is to destroy the Indian economy. And finally, it is very true for the Britishers that they always think in favor of their own country. Means they are favoring their country. Okay, so that is the scenario of colonial economy from 1600 to the freedom of India. Thank you very much.